Hello everyone, Pallytum here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we are going to be playing Diablo. Because I said I would play him right after ETC, and then I forgot, so we're going to do that today. He was completely redesigned. Well, not completely. He still has the same abilities and everything, but his talents were redesigned at the same time that ETCs were. And apparently, Diablo got the short end of the stick. Previously, these two big men, these two big warriors, were the top of the top. They were the best warriors that you could pick at any given time. And now they've kind of fallen from grace. Don't really know what I'm doing on Diablo anymore, but let's give them a go nonetheless. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Sky Temple. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it by now, but this is Diablo's new unique mount. They put him on the ground and made him run on all fours because apparently Diablo, the Lord of Terror, riding a little horse into battle was not the most terrifying thing in the world. A lot of people were upset because they thought this was the only mount for Diablo, and it is absolutely not. So get over that. We are going to be going with Soul Feast at level 1. Black Soul Stone increases your health regeneration by 3% per soul. Now these souls stack up to 100, so you can actually get a ton of health regeneration on Diablo right now. Soul Stone is our passive. Gain 10 souls per hero kill, 1 per minion kill. I'm coming, baby girl. I'm coming, baby girl. Here you go. We're gonna get first blood right here. Oh, he was smart and he went the other way. What? How'd you do that? Gazlo! Gazlo! Gazlo, wake up! Fuck! Don't worry, we can get this still. Oh no, we can't get this still. No, run, run. Well, that was eventful. So anyway, we basically gather souls throughout the course of the laning phase and then after. 15% of our maximum health, or excuse me, 0.15% of our maximum health will be gathered per soul, plus the regen that we got from our talents. Looks like Gazlo's already died down to the bottom lane. We're going to make our way down there. Do not know what the free rotation of characters is looking like this week. So we may have a free Gazlo, I don't know. It's, you know, whatever. Even if he is free, who cares? Let's go ahead and use our W, try to push the lane back. Jaina's going to be able to punish us pretty easily. The most important thing in the early game on Diablo is just making sure you're within range of the minions when they die, because it is very, 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 very important to stack up your Black Soul Stone. The remainder of that mechanic, I didn't actually get to read the entire passive, so you are leveling up. Well, you are gathering stats, which is increasing your HP. It's increasing your health regen as well because of the talents that we picked up. And God, this is going to be a problem with Jaina. And if you gather 100 souls, I believe it's 100, you will be able to instantly resurrect when you die, which is really, really cool. I forgot what the talent used to be called, but it was at level 20, and basically every tank in the game was able to resurrect once they hit level 20 with like a 5-second cooldown. They removed that from the game, but left it on Diablo. So Diablo is, it was Resurgence of the Storm, that's what it was called. So Diablo is actually able to die in a team fight and then res and get back to that team fight very, very quickly. I can't do too much here anymore because we are pretty low on health, but I will help out just a little bit. We just need to get the remainder of those tower shots and then I can peace out. We know the majority of the enemy team is up top. Looks like Muradin's still up here doing work, so we're going to head up here as well. We are going to be picking up Fire Devil. Fire Stop grants a damaging aura. I want to be able to deal damage, and it seems like the best way to deal out some damage on Diablo these days is with his W ability. We do need to be careful with our positioning. The entirety of the friendly team is up here, up top. Let's go ahead and throw Diablo behind us, push him onto the temple, which is, well, he's just going to die. Never mind. We didn't actually do anything. There was no and. He just got pushed in there and then he died. Looks like we're probably going to be taken out here. The pufferfish is going to force me out in another direction. Jaina coming in with those slows on top of the enemy barbarian, likely going to be able to take her down. Murky died, but of course that doesn't matter, and Sylvanas is going to escape. We just need to make sure we gather that. There's only a few shots left, so it's not even a big deal. I'm going to go down to bottom lane and start soaking up some XP. So there was a very long explanation of our trait in Diablo, so let's get back to the basics. The friendly team, Diablo, Muradin, Sylvanas, Gazlo, Jaina. The enemy team, Murky, Jaina, Sonya, Sylvanas, and Diablo. So both teams has 2 warriors. neither team has a support. So you're going to see me building a bit for not only health regen and like sustain, but also for damage, just because we need to kill the enemy team before they kill us. And because we don't have a healer, we do need to be regenning. You can see at the 4-minute mark in the game, we already have 71 stacks in our Black Soulstone. You can see that down at the bottom left, which is increasing our maximum health by 10.65% and our health regen by 213%. That is huge. We are going to be picking up Soul Steel, increases the Black Soulstone health bonus by 66% at level 7. This is going to increase our health, was it like 16 before? Now it's at 17.75. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's right. Just soaking bottom lane because no one else on the friendly team is here to do so. The enemy team actually pulling ahead on XP. My Q ability is Shadow Charge. This is going to allow me to dash to a target within my range, and then you can see I'm going to push them back. You can see the arrow behind the enemy Diablo. That gives you an idea of where they're going to be going once they are pushed back. This is a problem. This is a big problem. We need to move you so I can move inside. Thank you. Thank you. Jaina is a pretty hefty counter to Diablo just because of all of her slows. I could potentially pick Diablo up over the wall right now. Maybe. Yeah. Man, that sucks for you. It sucks for you to be stuck in here by yourself with nowhere to go, no friends to call on. The Lord of Terror. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No! No! Sylvanas, kill him! Thank you. And then we'll take care of Jaina together. We'll do this together. Yes, Sylvanas. Yes, the Banshee Queen. Alright, the temple is spawning down to the bottom lane. Our W ability is Fire Stomp. This allows me to stomp the ground and spread fire out in all directions. We have already augmented this ability with our talents to also do a Burning Rage effect around our character. This is going to allow us to do AoE damage around Diablo whenever we want to. No, Sonya, she is mine. She came to my aid when no one else would. And actually it looks like we're going to win this just fine. Pulling back to peel for our Sylvanas yet again. I feel like Diablo's still okay. You know what I mean? He's definitely not as tanky as he was before, but he's okay. We are going to be picking up Lightning Breath. Lightning Breath is a great zoning ability. It's going to allow us to basically claim an area as our own. By sitting down, opening our mouth, and letting all of that acid reflux and heartburn spew out on top of the enemy team. The enemy team looking like they were going for this mercenary camp, but we're just going to walk in here and take it from them. Our friendly Jaina is able to take down the enemy Jaina, and now we have a mercenary camp to show for it. Should we use the Lightning Breath? Of course we should. Here we go. Right on top of the enemy Sonya. We probably should have peeled for Sylvanas first, but you know what? We secured a kill anyway. And, you know, I'm not going to be too upset. No, Diablo, these are mine. You will leave. They will do my bidding, for I am the Lord of Terror. So we do have 100 stacks in our Soulstone. So if we were to die right now, it may be less stacks now, actually. No, it's 100. If we were to die right now, we would lose all of those stacks. So we would lose that health regen. We would lose that maximum health, which is a big deal. But we would respawn instantly so we could start farming again. It's kind of a weird trait when you consider like how important it is to have a front line. Oh, I bugged him out. We just made that minion fly across the screen. That's another Diablo feature. It's weird to die and then return to the game weaker. I don't really think that's a good feeling. I understand the stack system and why it, you know, potentially could be good. Oh, what the fuck, line of sight. But, I don't know. It's weird, right? I mean, that just feels icky, right? That's not just me. And last but not least, our E ability is called Overpower. This is the suplex ability. Basically, we pick someone up in front of us and slam them down behind us. One of the buggiest abilities in the game right now. Not because it doesn't work on a regular basis, but if you time it right, you can actually just throw someone off the fucking map. And they'll never come back. We can pretty much assume that Sylvanas is not going anywhere, or is going to get away. Actually, Sylvanas is still fighting the water elemental. New temples have spawned. So the first temples on this map are always top and mid. The second spawn of temple is always bottom. And then the third spawn of temples can either be top and bottom or middle and bottom. And we got middle and bottom. And then after that, the temples cannot be predicted anymore. They're essentially just random. Although I don't even like that word Activate to gain health over time on our Siphon the Dead. That is a pretty good talent when you don't have a support. I don't know if we want that or we want Fire Stomp Waves to return to us, because that's pretty good. We do have 2 warriors, so we can assume that we would be splitting up the front line. So because of that, I'm going to go for Fire Stomp. Let's get a little bit more damage out of our Diablo, because our damage is pretty low right now. We do take the middle temple just fine. Gazlo is dueling the enemy Jaina down here. The friendly Jaina walking directly into the enemy team for some reason. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here to help. We are going to interrupt the spin to win of the enemy Barbarian. Let's throw Diablo back into position where he's going to be body blocked. We are in a pufferfish right now, which is a little problematic. Murky actually does not have an egg any longer. We're basically going to try to sit on the back of this fight for right now because we need our health regen to tick in. But you can see I didn't go for a ton of... Well, I didn't go for that frontline option at this last level range because we have Muradin. Once I was so low on health, I could just back up and Muradin could get in that Archon form, or excuse me, that Avatar form, and he could fulfill the role of the frontline for me, which is great. Looks like the friendly team wants to take this giant. I'm not able to tank it. We need Muradin to come in here and do that. I will, however, just go ahead and use this so we can burn this down as fast as possible. 2 members of the enemy team are dead, so we do want to kill this before they're up and they have a chance to regroup. So I do not think that using the ultimate in this particular situation was a bad idea. After we cap this, I'm just going to recall. Lightning Breath does allow you to be completely immune to crowd control. In a previous video where I was playing Johanna, someone was like, Pallytown, why didn't you just stun Diablo when he was casting his ultimate? You know, casting that Fire Breath. That's why. He's basically immune to CC. He can't be moved. He cannot be displaced. The only thing that works on him is a Void Prison, which will pause his ultimate, or a Devouring Maw, which will throw him underground. I think at this level range, we're just going to keep upgrading our W. Fire Stomp increases movement speed and attack damage. This is going to allow us to chase people around a little bit more effectively. We are just going to move right on top of this capture point, make sure we get this for the friendly team. Our Sylvanas is going to be taken out, but we do have the Lightning Breath on the enemy. Sylvanas, is it going to be enough to kill her? No, it's not, but just barely. Just barely. We do still have the Water Elemental working for us, and we should use that to our advantage. Let's go ahead and try to keep our enemy Sonya here crowd controlled but in range of that Water Elemental, and then the enemy Jaina re-engaging is going to be taken down by the turrets of our Gazlo. Unfortunately, Gazlo did die. All the damage dealers on our team did die, and that's such a good pufferfish. It's going to kill off the majority of those mercenary camps that we just worked so hard to get. The boss has already been taken care of by the enemy team. They're doing a good job of counter-pushing our aggression right now. That's good. That's good. I'm just going to make my way up top. The temple is active. So when we pop this, we get a 20% movement speed, and basic attack bonuses are increased by 50% for 2 seconds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, this is mine, Diablo. Diablo, sit in the corner, Diablo. Sit in the corner, Diablo. You're going to stun me in the corner? You're still stuck in the corner. This didn't help you at all. No, get back here. Sit in this corner, Diablo. Alright, let's peel for our Sylvanas. That Barbarian could have done a hefty amount of damage, and then let's Heartburn all over Jaina. Yes. Yes, the quadra kill for the team is real, and now we are going to get this temple completely uncontested. I don't want to be crowd controlled, damn it. I'm going to interrupt all of your things. Now, Diablo has always been and will continue to be an amazing amount of crowd control. I mean, you could just see how much disruption I'm able to throw out in the middle of these team fights for our team. It's actually really impressive. Still unprecedented as far as I'm concerned. He's just not as tanky as he used to be. And if you build tanky, then you're not dealing any damage at all, which, I mean, everyone has their own outlook on whether or not that's good or bad, but I feel like if you don't do enough damage, you could fall into a position like what Chen used to be in, where yes, you can be incredibly tanky and you can soak up a ton of damage, right? But if you don't deal any damage, if you're not a threat on the battlefield, why are they going to fight you? They're not going to fight you. They're just going to fight the damage dealers, and then you're going to be left by yourself at the end of the day. Does that make sense? Like, you have to have a balance of both in order to be like an actual tank on the battlefield, or at least I think so. I think that's why I think that's why Arthas is still considered, you know, to be really tanky. Granted, Arthas hasn't been used as much anymore, and that's, you know, he has his own reasons for that. But Arthas, if you leave him unchecked, you're gonna die. Like, you, oh, I'm speaking of dying. Let's just go ahead and pop our ultimate and hope for the best, right? Right? All right, that was our first death of the game. We are going to instantly respawn. We did a ton of damage with our Heartburn ultimate before we died. Sylvanas in the wrong neighborhood is going to be taken down. Murky now chasing our Jaina. Hopefully our Jaina is going to be able to get out of that pufferfish, and we do take down the enemy Murky. So I was the only casualty in that fight, and I'm already back up. Like, what's up? Well, how's it going? We are going to be picking up Lord of Terror at level 20. This is his new ability. I've never used it. But the enemy team is actually grouping up quite a bit, so I think I can get a fair... I think I could use it fairly well. Lord of Terror, activate to steal 10% of the maximum health of nearby enemy heroes. So it's an AoE ability. Oh, that's a pretty good AoE ability. And we're just going to steal 10% of a target's maximum health every time we use it. So basically, it's a little weaker than Blood for Blood, but it hits AoE targets, where Blood for Blood is a single target ability. Murden going deep into the enemy team's base. All we need to do is get these temples right now. I'm going to farm some souls for my Black Soul Gem. Our W ability actually pretty good at pushing lanes right now. With the Burning Rage effect and the fact that the waves of fire return to us, we can clear waves pretty quickly. Sylvanas has taken over a mercenary camp. The enemy team is going to lose this... Oh. Hey, buddy. You want to get out of here? Thank you. Thank you, Fred. Oh, God. I need to stop. All right, let's just Heartburn. On top of Jaina. Look how much damage we just did to Jaina there. This is oh, my God. There's so many people. All right, let's steal their health. We use that to secure the kill on Jaina. Diablo actually moving me to safety there. We are going to try to engage on him, but it's going to be a little too much for me. It's going to be a little too much for me. We can't just kill Murky here, though, if Murky isn't careful. What's up, boy? All right, he has been taken down. We know Sonya is in the bush. We know Sylvanas is above us. We need to be careful. Murden doing a great job. I just need to be very careful. Let's go ahead and mount up so we can re-enter this fight a lot faster. Here we go. Murden doing a great job of taking down the enemy Sylvanas, and now I'm peeling for Murden! Yes! Teamwork! Teamwork! Oh, shit. Murky's coming back. We're all dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm afraid, Murden. Murden, I'm afraid. And you should be, too. You should be, too, Murden. Sup? No! Come back! Okay. Woo! Woo! That was scary! We did manage to take the bottom shrine while all that was going on. We completely wasted that fire breath. I did like the steal. We basically used that as an execute, the life steal, the Lord of Terror. We basically used that as an execute on the enemy. I believe it was Sylvanas or Jaina as they were running away. That was pretty cool. We do have 84 soul gems already back in our little container. I'm assuming it's a happy little container where we keep the souls of the dead, because, you know, that's what you do on Diablo, right? So our health regen, our maximum health, is already pretty high again, which is really good. We could get this boss really quick, maybe. They are going to have some numbers. They are going to be, like, reinforcing this a little bit, but I don't think this is a bad call. I forgot to say hi, friends. I forgot to say hi. Hi, friends. Oh, that's funny to me. No, Diablo, you leave. This is ours. This is ours. Hopefully the team will gather this. They do just that. Now we're going to use our Lord of Terror talent in conjunction with the Fire Breath to just waste these guys. Jaina actually forced to use her blink in order to get out of there, and then we're just going to fall back. Ain't no thing. As we get low on health, we can disengage from these fights, and our team still has a front line in Murden. Fantastic. Fantastic. With this push, we will likely win the game. 3 members of the enemy team are dead, and we are pushing pretty aggressively. Our Gazlo may be in a little bit of trouble. He is going to die from 1 auto attack, and that was the auto attack right there. I'm almost here, though. I mean, if we really want to finish off Murky for absolutely fucking no reason. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey! No! Alright. There are the stats. for the game. We did 41,000 hero damage on Diablo, 53,000 siege damage. We had some pretty decent XP contribution. Everyone on the team had pretty decent XP contribution. And once again, I don't really know what I'm doing, but everyone always asks to see the talents, so here you go. We got Soul Feast at level 1. Increases the health regeneration by our Black Soul Gem by 3% per soul. So we basically get 300% health regeneration once we fully stack that thing. Our W ability, Fire Devil at level 4. We get a burning rage effect every time we use our W, which is pretty good. Soul Steel increases the amount of health gained from your Black Soul Stone. And then Heartburn at level 10. And then I just upped my W some more because I wanted a little bit more damage. Fire Stomp Waves return to you, dealing 125% damage on their way back. Rampage. Fire Stomp increases Diablo's movement speed by 20%. I actually really like this ability. 20% movement speed isn't a ton. It's about half mount speed. But in the thick of battle, when you need to be constantly moving around, constantly using your abilities to peel off of... to peel for your allies, to, you know, get in range of the enemies to crowd control, I think 20% movement speed could be pretty good. And the fact that we could basically always have that up as well is nice. Not to mention the fact that it just increases our auto attack damage. I mean, it's just a good ability. And then just trying it out because I never have before, we went with Lord of Terror. Activate to steal 10% of your maximum health from nearby enemy heroes. This seems pretty situational, but I liked it. Let's put it that way. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This was Diablo, the Lord of Terror. He's not terrible. That being said, he does have the 5th lowest win rate in the entire game right now. He's not lower than Stitches and Tassadar, though, so maybe he should be my new main. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.